Ms. Moss, how would you measure teacher performance?
Being a principal for 12 years, I quickly found out that if it were left up to me to measure the performance of every teacher in my building, it would not happen. Basically, we have forms in place, procedures in place that it is almost impossible to navigate and to get done as an administrator. When I was principal at the high school, coming from an elementary level, all the high school people thought I knew nothing about teaching algebra or history or whatever. So I, at that point, decided if I couldn't beat them, I was going to join them. I decided to let them be the best judge of their performance. I would have them do a self-assessment and set some goals for themselves, and then work with them on an ongoing basis, not just at the end of the year, but on an ongoing basis to really reflect on the goals that they had set for themselves and what they wanted to see happen in their class with their students. And we would talk about that, and they always rated themselves high, but you know what? They lived up to that expectations that they set for themselves. When I went to the elementary school, we engaged in professional learning communities where we met on a weekly basis, where we looked at each other's work, we looked at students' work, we were able to do inquiry-based learning. We were able to do inquiry projects where we reflected and set wonderings for ourselves and looked at data. So we measured our performance ongoing, and we had open and honest discussions about what we were doing in our classroom and what we were doing for our students. Thank you.
That concludes the questions for this panel. The closing statements will begin with David Palpant.
I got into this race because I cared. I've been a long time with the kids, and I just feel like they're being let down. My son went through the system. He graduated last year. He's moved on to other things. I think whoever gets on the school board, like I said before, keep your eye on the prize. Goodness gracious, it's not a hard thing to think of. I was brought up to call a duck, and if it's not working, it's not working. Simple as that. And I think someone should finally step up and say, let's do something about it. Thank you.
Bonnie Burgess.
Now, I just stepped down as mayor of the beautiful city of Alachua in April of this year. And under my leadership as mayor commissioner, the city has grown over $30 million financially. We opened a senior center as well as a Santa Fe campus in Alachua. We implemented living wage ordinances and built a world-class recreation center. As a matter of fact, they're out there playing today in the World Softball League for girls. Palpant can attest to that because he got 10 children at his house. I was first elected on the council in April of 2001. And under my direction as Community Learning Center, I tutored children who were Title I students who really needed to have that tutoring done in the trenches. So I've been out there. I would be honored to have your support. So please join me in creating a healthier, safer school system. I'm passionate about our children, and I understand the importance of public schools. They are the foundation of our democratic society. Thank you in joining me in voting tomorrow for Bonnie K. Burgess, District 1 School Board. Thank you.
April Griffin.
I appreciate y'all coming tonight, and everywhere we've gone, it's been so nice to see so many people that are concerned and want to be educated on the issues and what we have to say. I'm the only candidate in our group that qualified by petition. That means that I went out and with my friends and family, we got over 1,700 valid signatures to put me on the ballot. I've visited in over 40 of our schools and centers. I've put a lot of time and effort to get me to this point. And I didn't realize when I started that the school board members get paid. I think that we need to work as hard as the teachers that are getting the same salary that we do. We need to put in the same number of hours that we're requiring of our staff. And I really do believe that I have a passion, and I've found a place that I can really help, and that is with the students that need tech programs. I hope that you come out and vote. Hopefully you're going to vote and vote for me, April Griffin, for District 1.
Felicia Moss.
Thank you, and thank you for this opportunity. 24 years in the public school system. I just hope my experience speaks for itself as a teacher, as an administrator, as a part of the community college and college system, the research that I have done, I think it has prepared me to do a good job as a school board member, having come from the inside, right inside the meetings, the principals' meetings, the board meetings, the classrooms, the schools. I have an inside perspective of what's happening in our schools. To be quite honest, school board member was not something that I wanted to do. My husband and I were laughing last night because 4 years ago I said I'd never have anything to do with politics, and I still don't. But I feel like we need to step up. I can't sleep at night sitting at home knowing what's happening in these schools, knowing firsthand, and not lending my experience and my time to do something about it. Thank you.
Rick Nesbitt.
Yes, hi, I'm Rick Nesbitt. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for coming so much. I think you need someone on the school board who can work with budget and finance, and you need someone on the school board who understands the nuts and bolts of plant maintenance. Those are two skills that I bring to the job. I have a lot of experience in how to improve the system, how to create a nurturing environment for employees where they feel empowered. You also need somebody that can be a balancing force on the school board. I'm a little different from the typical school board candidate with my business background. I taught for 2 years at Santa Fe College, and I really got the love of teaching the students there. It was a remarkable experience. But the most important thing is I can create an environment, help to create an environment where our teachers feel appreciated and powerful and empowered, and where our students feel loved and cared for. And I think that's the most important part. Thank you, and vote for Rick Nesbitt.
This concludes our first panel. I would like to thank the candidates for participating. We'll take a 10-minute break, and the District 3 candidates, please come to the stage.